What up guys, I'm back with another video, and I'm back with another quick showcase, but real quick, skip right here if you want to get to the fights right away. But we just witnessed one of the craziest upsets of this year, and at least for me, it's the biggest upset of this year. It's bigger than Alex Pereira versus Ankalaev, that upset. Like I said, at least for me, in my opinion. I don't know about you guys. But as you guys know, yesterday was UFC 323. And it was Petr Yan versus Merab Dvalishvili 2 because they have fought before. But Merab was going to try to defend his title for the fourth time in a span of 1 year. But unfortunately, like I mentioned, the crazy upset of Petr Yan getting the victory by unanimous decision, winning 4 rounds of the 5 on the judges' scorecards. And I thought it was a beautiful, beautiful performance. And at least for me, I thought Yan was going to get dominated like he did in the first fight. And as many people as well thought that as well. You did have a couple people saying, oh, Yan was going to beat him. I do know some people as well that I talked to who was saying that as well. But it's hard to believe. Even like, for example, like I said, even people thought Pereira was going to lose that second fight against Ankalaev. So it was just a crazy upset. But this is just a quick showcase that I wanted to do, just showcasing Petr Yan. It's not going to be like a grappler's fest against Merab. It's just a bunch of different fights with a bunch of different fighters. I just wanted to do a quick showcase because unfortunately I wasn't able to do any showcases for UFC 323 because I've just been really busy. But I wanted to do this showcase just because of the crazy upset, and I still got that adrenaline hype, if you guys know what I mean. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick showcase. It's like 10 minutes or less-ish around there, but let's get started with the showcase for the new second-time bantamweight champion, Petr No Mercy Yan. We're facing somebody who's using O'Malley. Also, I'm going to talk for a bit, but there's so many possibilities with Yan winning the title now that they could do for like matches for Yan. They could either do the trilogy, which in my opinion would be the honorable thing to do for Merab, especially because he got 3 defenses and was a company man, was willing to step up to do matches for the UFC. But as if you already know, in July, I mean not July, I'm dumb, January, once they go to Paramount Plus, the first card for Paramount is gonna have 2 possible contender fights at bantamweight. It's gonna be Umar Nurmagomedov versus Davison Figueiredo, and it's gonna have O'Malley versus Song Yadong. And in my opinion, if O'Malley wins against Song Yadong, it doesn't even have to be dominant. It doesn't even have to be a finish. I feel like if O'Malley wins, they'll do the rematch and give O'Malley another shot, because one, UFC is basically like just going off a hype. If the hype is big enough and quote unquote a big money fight, they're gonna go with that. Even though in my opinion, Umar versus Yan would be the better, more competitive fight. In my opinion, I could be wrong. I know some people are gonna say different ways, but in my opinion, that would be the more competitive fight though. But if O'Malley wins, I could totally see them skipping Merab and Umar and give O'Malley the title shot. But it's also depending. I don't even know if they're gonna give Merab the title shot, because they could do Umar versus Yan. It depends if Umar wins, but in my opinion, I definitely do think he wins, because it's kind of a lose-lose. The only way I see Merab getting the title shot is if Umar loses and O'Malley loses, because then it would be Davison Figueiredo and Song Yadong, and Yan's already fought them and he beat them pretty convincingly. So they wouldn't want to do that title fight again. I mean, not even title fight, that fight in general. So I feel like if O'Malley wins, I definitely feel like that's an 80% chance of them skipping the line and putting that fight, O'Malley versus Yan #2, the rematch. But if O'Malley loses and Umar wins, I could definitely see them skipping that line too for Merab and giving Umar the shot. But yeah, like I said, the only way I see Merab getting the title shot is if both men lose and they have no other choice. Because we know Dana White has his favorites, and he goes for the money fights. He goes for the hype. But yeah, I definitely see them doing that rematch if O'Malley wins. And right here, you could see that we won this fight. Sorry, if you guys want to focus on the gameplay. I'm just doing this video to talk and give my opinion on things. It's not supposed to be a simulation style video. It's just supposed to be like a somewhat showcase, but also me giving my opinion. So sorry if you guys don't like that. But yeah, that's the only way. That's definitely something I could see happening. Them doing O'Malley versus Yan, like I mentioned before. But I don't know what. Let me know what you guys think. What they would do. Honestly, me personally, and this is me just being selfish. Why I want this. I would want them to do O'Malley versus Yan #2, just so Yan can get his revenge back on that fight, and then at least get one defense before he has to fight Marab or Umar. But let's just move on to the second fight of the showcase. We're facing somebody who's using Peyton Tabit, and honestly, I really wish this fight does happen down the line. There is a chance we will never see it, but Peyton Tabit is evolving in his skill set, so it would be very interesting to see how this fight goes down. As it is now, obviously if there was a fight today or something, I would definitely give it to Yan because he has the better grappling and the better striking. But this guy was doing really good right here in this fight. You can see it right there. He was using his distance really good, and he was giving me problems. But right there, we partially caught him with the overhand, and we're just using our combinations. I really love Yan. He's a very fast combo style, but this guy was really quick. I was having a hard time trying to find my timing, and like I said, he was doing a really good job using the distance with his footwork and trying to keep the distance as well. But right here, he's up against the cage. He needs to be careful because he could get punished. Nice block right there by Tabit. He's letting me pressure him a lot right here in the pocket. I am backing up here and then to create my distance again. Create my distance and get my bearings again. But again, he keeps letting us push him up against the cage, but he needs to be careful. And he's playing too chaotic in my opinion. Caught him with the overhand and dropped him with the hook. Immediately jump on him and get the finish with no problem. Like I told you guys, this showcase was only like around 10 minutes-ish or a little bit longer than that. But yeah, these fights are going by quick, especially because I'm pretty decent with Yan. I'm way better with the Ultra Ego Prime version, but obviously I can't use that one for this showcase. It's a modern showcase. But yeah, also I wanted to say I was very impressed with Peyton Tabit against Henry Cejudo. I thought Henry Cejudo would have drowned him with the wrestling, but he did way better than I thought. But it was a great performance by him. But like I was mentioning, I would really love to see them, hopefully these two fight down the line, and hopefully Peyton Tabit evolves enough to make it a competitive fight against Yan. But with that, once again, let's move on to the final fight of this showcase for the new champ, Petr Yan. We're facing somebody who's using Song Yadong, and like I mentioned already, this is another potential rematch that we can see. Like the likely of it, I don't think so. Also, this guy was really good, and it's a championship fight. But yeah, I don't think we would see it, but I could be wrong. Immediately, this guy is throwing out with the pressure towards the body. I need to be careful not to get caught with something because he's comfortable fighting in the pocket, obviously. And I'm the one backing up, but I need to be careful with my movement. Caught him with a spinning back kick to the body. Nice uppercut by Young. I meant to say Song Yadong, not Young. Nice spinning back kick to the body by Song. Caught him with an overhand. He needs to be careful. He could get dropped. Caught the leg right there. Tried to go for a takedown, but I defended it. Catching him with combos. Knocked him down. He gets back up to his feet. I tried to get the grounding pound, but it didn't let me go for it. He's still hurt, so he needs to be careful. Caught him with the overhand, dropped him again. He tried to go for the pullback, but terrible timing. Trying to go for the ground and pound right here, but he's gonna survive, unfortunately. He pushes this off and gets back to his feet. Thankfully, he didn't get a reversal. That could have been very bad for us. But again, he's continuing to exchange in the pocket. He needs to stop doing that, especially because he's hurt right now. He's still somewhat hurt and still very compromised. But again, we catch him with the overhand. Same combination. And right here we get the stack guard for the ground and pound. And we immediately finish it. And he's going to rage quit. But I thought this showcase, for as short as it was, I thought it was a great showcase in my opinion. It is a shame though that he decided to rage quit and he got mad. One, it's kind of his fault because he continued to fight in the pocket. But other than that, I think he started out really good. But like I said, unless you're comfortable fighting in the pocket, you shouldn't do it. And especially so that someone like Petr Yan, who's really good at boxing and fighting in the pocket with his pressure, fast hands, and combos, yeah, you're going to be in trouble from the get. And the thing is, okay, you want to fight in the pocket, that's fine, but don't continue to go for the same thing when I'm catching you with the same combo, the overhand, and the hook to drop you. I did it twice, and then the last one finished him. So that's kind of on him. But yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed this showcase. I want to try to post more. I definitely wanted to post for UFC 323, but I've just been really busy. Also, unfortunately, in my household, I have kids. Not my kids, but there's kids. So it's always noisy, and now I have a new pet as well. So they're always noisy because of that. So it's kind of hard to have a quiet household and record my commentary without any distractions or any interruptions. But I'm going to try to post as much as I can more, especially with the new Paramount card that's coming up. I really want to post for that. But I can't give you any promises, but I do hope you guys enjoyed this card for as quick as it was. But let me know what you guys thought, and let me know what you guys thought was this huge upset. Let me know which fight was your favorite fight on the card. In my opinion, I think my favorite fight were some of the fights on the prelims, even the ones on the early prelims. I forget their names, but it was one of the craziest first rounds. It lasted for like a minute, but it was a crazy fight. But yeah, like once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this showcase. I'm gonna try to post a retirement showcase for Henry Cejudo. But I don't know when I'm gonna post that. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of the showcase. I hope you guys liked it. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next showcase. Alright guys, peace.